15 of the weirdest places dead bodies have been found. Part 2.
If you are brand new to our channel, we invite you to take a moment to subscribe. Just click on the lit red button as well as the gray bell. Why the bell? Well, it will let you know every time we post a new video.
9. The roots of a tree. This one is a bit nasty. Wait a minute, on further thought, I guess they all are a bit nasty. When Hurricane Sandy rolled through Connecticut in 2012, it caused all sorts of damage. Some of that was in the form of downed trees. One tree had numerous human remains found within its roots. Upon further discovery, it was discovered that, where the tree had grown, was a mass burial spot for people with yellow fever. The tree was located on a town green. According to ABC News, Robert S. Greenberg, a local historian, said that the town green is the burial ground for as many as 5,000 to 10,000 bodies. That really sounds like a great place for a picnic. I sure know what I am going to do the next time I am in that area. 10. In a car. Sometimes the places bodies are found are pretty mundane, but the circumstances surrounding them are not. John Waldo was reported missing, and had not been seen for almost 2 weeks. Meanwhile, his car was sitting abandoned and racking up a ton of parking tickets. Okay, you are way ahead of me on this one, aren't you? His body was in the car. He got 7 parking tickets in all before a man finally reported a dead body in the car. He found it by a smell that he thought was trash from a nearby dumpster. I know that being a guy that goes around ticketing cars is probably pretty boring, but hey, once you get around 5 or 6 tickets on the windshield, here is a pro tip: look inside and see if there's a decaying body in there. 11. In an air conditioning duct. First of all, crime is bad. Don't do the crime. If you can't do the time, stay on the straight and narrow. You get the point. It isn't worth it to try and break into a building and steal. Getting a job is really not all that hard. But more importantly, if you do try and break into a building and steal, don't get stuck in an air conditioning duct and die. This is exactly what happened in North Carolina in 2013, when a corpse was found inside of an air conditioning system of a closed convenience store. It was theorized that the person had tried to break in, but no one knows for sure, because at some point the store closed, and his decomposing body was stuck for months before it was found. Stay in school, kids. 12. In the Ganges River. The Ganges River is located in Asia, and flows through the nations of India and Bangladesh. Sounds kind of cool, right? Yeah, no, not at all. Check this out. More than 100 corpses, many of them children, have been found washed up in a shallow tributary of the river Ganges. So wait, there must be a serial killer on the loose, right? Nope. Just dead bodies getting dumped in the river. Many people in India are so poor that when people die they just drag them to the river and throw them in. So point being, if you ever decide to vacation in India, you just might want to forego swimming in the Ganges, unless you want to wade through a bunch of corpses, and I really get the feeling you do not want to do that. 13. In a paper mill chimney. Sometimes being a maintenance worker is simply no fun at all. Okay, let's be honest, it's pretty much never fun to be a maintenance worker. But one time it was particularly no fun was at a paper mill in Bellingham, Washington in 1987, when a maintenance worker found a skeleton on top of one of the boilers. Don't you hate when that happens? Forensics were done, of course, but because of the extreme heat coming from the boiler, all DNA was destroyed. The former public relations director for the paper mill said, "I took pictures of it while it was still in the flue. It was most disturbing." You think? Yes, I would imagine finding a dead body in the flue of a boiler where you work would be totally disturbing. 14. A mountain. Finding a dead body on a mountain would not be the most pleasant thing in the world to happen. Kind of the whole point of taking a hike is some fresh air and exercise, and to get a little zen in your life, not to be traumatized by finding a dead body. But in 1995 in Arizona, on a mountain ridge in the Sycamore Canyon wilderness, a woman's corpse was found. This would be bad enough, but she was pregnant. When she died, the skeleton of a baby was found inside her. The real mystery here is that a woman who was as far along in her pregnancy as she was, would have had a hard time making it as far as she did up the mountain. But if she was killed first, it would have been even harder for her to be brought there. 15. Inside of A Metal Keg. Does the Czech Republic sound like a place that a band of killers would be roaming around? To me, not so much, but hey, what do I know? Back in the early 90s there was such a group of killers. They focused on businessmen who appeared to be rich, or at least seemed to have something of value. They would rob them, and steal all their money and valuables. Then they would take the bodies, and put them in a metal keg, and push them over a dam. At least 5 people were killed by this gang. I say at least, because when 5 people are robbed, killed and crammed in a metal keg filled with lye, and then shoved over a dam, you know you are dealing with some people that are not real nice, and may have done some other crimes as well.